Welcome back. My name is Dan Brown. I'm the Senior Service Consultant for MGE, and this is yet one more marketing tip on how you can effectively strategize and be found when people are searching for you on the internet. Okay, in other tips, we've talked about who's the consumer today. We also talked about how do you get found when somebody's searching for dentists near me. Now we're going to talk about, well, they found you. They're on Google and they searched for you and they found you. What did they find? Well, generally, and I want you to do this with me, I want you to enter your practice name. I don't want you to enter your website address, but I want you to enter your practice name. Say it's Philadelphia Dentistry. And I'm going to use that because that's one of our clients, Dr. Ken Circa, and he's authorized me to talk about his website and his online presence. So I've got his thumbs up on that one. But he's also a great example of somebody who's taken advantage of online marketing strategies. Down along the right-hand side, you get what's called a Google My Business directory. Now, it's called a directory, it's called a citation, it's called a listing. All these words mean the same thing. It's basically an online phone book. And today, there's many different online phone books. You have Google, you have Bing, you have Yahoo, you have Yelp, you have Facebook. All of these are different phone books, and you'll see even more if you search your practice. Every time you're mentioned, ZocDoc, WebMD, all of these are listings or online phone books. Your Google My Business is actually your most important citation today. That might not always be the case, but today it's your most important citation. It's your most important listing. Why is that? Well, because the majority of planet Earth is using Google to search. And you need to have your presence optimized for that Google My Business page. First question you might ask is, how do I get it? How do I access it? Well, if you haven't accessed it and claimed it, it'll actually have a little indication next to it when you search it. Next to suggest and edit, you're going to see own this business, question mark. That means that your business hasn't been claimed. I'm telling you right now, claim this Google My Business listing. If you don't, somebody else might be able to. Could your competition claim that? They could. Google tries to make that a little bit difficult by sending you a postcard to verify it, but there's ways around it. Claim your business if you haven't. Now let's take a look at the different properties of the Google My Business. It should give photos of your practice. It should have a map there that you can click to see where you're located. And there should be other attributes that would be important to you, such as the name of the business. Is the name of the business there solely? Is it the doctor's name? Is it both of them? Well, I would recommend that it would be both. And you can edit the name of your business once you've claimed your Google My Business page. How do you claim your Google My Business page? I'm going to go over that just briefly with you. Is that you can log in to business.google and claim your page and then edit it. You can edit anything about it. It's fantastic. It's a free listing. You should absolutely jump all over that. Anything that's not optimum or not the way it should be, you can change. Okay, so now let's again go through different criteria. We have the name of the business, should have the name of the business and the doctor name as well. Now you might have a bunch of associates and such, and you don't need to list all those associates, but if they're searching for you by your name or they're searching for you by your practice name, that needs to be represented in the title. Another thing it's going to have there is the number of reviews. Now, how important are reviews? Well, we're going to take that up in a separate tip, and trust me, you're going to want that tip. Go ahead and hit subscribe below and alerts. We're going to talk about reviews and how to get them. Today, it's more important than I could even explain right now in the few minutes I have. But it'll show the number of reviews. It'll also show your review rating. Your review rating is very important, whether it's Google or anywhere else. The review rating needs to be in the sweet spot of about 4.7 on the low end and 4.9 on the high end. It can be 5.0, but some people don't trust a business that's 100%, so don't fret the negative reviews, and we're going to address those in a separate tip. So you want to be in that sweet spot range, but you got to have enough reviews that make sense to people, that there's been enough of a sampling of your business. Also on there is it should have your website. Now, if it doesn't have a button to click on the website, that means you haven't set up your website in your Google My Business listing, and you need to do that. People need to be able to find you on Google and then click that button and go directly to your website. So the different buttons it has, website and directions, and the person can also save the listing so that they have it for later. Now, beneath all that, it's going to give your address. Okay, make sure your address is exactly correct. Okay, if there's a suite number, that the suite number is reflected there, etc. Beneath that, it's going to have your operating hours. Make sure that your operating hours are correct. If they are not correct, correct them in the listing. Now, some people say, well, we work every other Saturday, so I'm not going to list Saturday. Absolutely list Saturday. When people call Saturday, you should have an answering service that will take those calls when you're not there. We're going to talk about that in another tip. Again, hit subscribe and notifications so that you get alerted on these tips. The next thing it's going to list is your phone number. Okay, make sure your phone number is correct. If that phone number is inaccurate, or it's a wrong line, or it's a back line, that's going to cause trouble. You can also put a call tracking number on that. Again, something we're going to cover in a future tip. What is call tracking and what are these different numbers? But you can put a call tracking number, and I highly suggest doing that, and I'll tell you about call tracking in a separate tip. Then beneath that, it has various information, such as if you use an appointment service to do that, whether it's ZocDoc or Patient Pop or whatever. You'll have a link where they can make appointments. And then there's an opportunity to fill out basic information about your practice, which you should fill out and optimize that information. Now, we've talked about some things, and there's a lot more to talk about on your Google My Business listing. Where am I going to talk about this to the extent and give you examples, both good and bad, and how to change these things? We're going to talk about that at our New Patient Seminar. Our New Patient Seminar now is done in so many cities throughout the United States. There's zero excuse for you not to attend. It's 2 days of intensive workshops that will help you learn about online marketing, offline marketing, what should your marketing budget be, how do you market effectively, how do you do so on a shoestring while you're building your practice, all the different things you can do to get more new patients in the door. So we're going to put a link below so you can click on that, but otherwise you can go to www.newpatients.net and you'll get all the information about when the next new patient is near you and when it is. I'm going to make a suggestion. Don't just come by yourself, doc. Bring your staff. Bring a couple of the people that are very important with regards to new patient conversion. Those people who answer the phones. Those people who are in charge of getting new patients. A new patient coordinator if you have one. Office manager, most definitely come. We'll accommodate. We want your whole team to get on the same page and learn how to market effectively. I hope this tip has been of assistance. We love helping you. I'm here and available if you need any help. And we look forward to seeing you on our future tips.